All right, everyone, welcome back to D&D. We did have to skip a week due to some scheduling. Well, not necessarily scheduling. My stomach. We had to skip a week because of my stomach. But we are back. Seems like people are excited. We are down a player 4 right now. She will be coming back sometime tonight. Until then, Frydak is going to be pulling double duty and also playing Alina, our paladin. Last session, the party did some gambling. They made some coin by going and slaying what they thought was going to be a crocodile. Actually ended up being a lead dragon wormling. So they do have dragon parts in their possession, as well as the coin. They've got a job that they are looking at doing today, according to last session, and a few of them gambled, a few of them won, a few of them lost. But we're going to see what is going to happen today. Alright, so last week we closed out in the tavern. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before bedtime?
Helen takes a bath before she goes to bed.
Alright. So, Helena goes and takes a much wanted bath. When she is all done and getting dressed, she sees herself in the mirror, and the amulet of her mom's lights up the entire room. She sees the cord holding the amulet is not a cord and is in fact bear fur that has been spun into a necklace that holds the jewel. Then all of a sudden, from that bright light, Helena's spirit bear appears behind her in the mirror. She watches as her skin grows thicker, she grows 3 more inches taller, and she gains 20 pounds. Her nails and hair grow longer and thicker. The bear never spoke a word, but it was then that she knew, with all her knowledge, that she was a totem warrior. So, what do you do in reaction to that, Helena?
I fall to the ground crying.
Okay. Want to elaborate on why?
The reason why is because the only dwarves that have a spirit bear are the king's clan, and that's when she realizes she is the niece of the king.
All right. Would anyone else like to do anything before starting the rest period?
I believe Thomas would have just crawled into bed and gone to sleep immediately as soon as getting in there. So,
All right. Light, Mouse?
I think Mouse would have just gone to bed as well.
Okay. Light, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm just going to bed.
Okay. Okay. And Frydak, you're going to go ahead and enter stasis mode for 6 hours?
Yep. So they go into their bedrooms, and I'm in basically like the hallway, just outside of their bedrooms, kind of at the end of the hall. And Frydek just kind of stands facing, and you can see that his body kind of goes still, but he doesn't actually go to sleep. He kind of just processes, and he goes back over the events of, when they got us in cages and fake murder and all of that. And he just kind of starts processing through the things that he's seen today.
All right. Let me just check something here.
So about what time is it when everyone goes to bed and Frydek enters his emotionless state?
So, the time that you guys get back from the casino after gambling and fighting the dragon, it would be roughly about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. That's about what time everybody goes to sleep.
Apparently, we've got one that decided to take a bath, so give or take 30 minutes, and then everyone pretty much goes to sleep or stasis mode. The party would have gotten their full 8 hours. However, you do only require 6. Is there anything you want to do with your other 2?
Yeah, so it's precisely 6 hours after Frydek goes motionless at the end of the hallway. He kind of wakes up and he goes downstairs to the. I'm assuming the tavern owner is still going to be there. I mean, it's going to be like what? It's going to be like 3 o'clock in the morning. Will there be anybody at the bar down there?
Yeah. The tavern owner will still be there, kind of leaning on the bar and resting.
So Frydek will walk up to the tavern owner and say, 1 glass of water, please, sir. And just kind of stare at him for a minute, waiting for him to get the water.
Okay. So you watch him kind of yawn a little bit and look you over, walk over to the bar and grab a glass, and then bring you back over a small cup of ale and go, "We don't have water here that's not salt water. Drink like a real person." And puts it down on the counter.
And so Frydek will pick it up and just kind of look at it and say, "I don't know how a real person drinks," and then just immediately just take it and pour it on top of his head. And so he pours it on top of his head and puts the glass back down. "That was very refreshing, sir. Thank you very much." And then he'll reach into a compartment and then just drop a gold coin on the counter and then just turn around and walk away.
Well, that's certainly that's not how normal. Whatever. Yeah, thanks for the coin. Yeah.
So let's see here. So then he walks outside and he just decides on his own that he's going to do a little exploring.
Okay.
And so he kind of walks around and he kind of goes this direction. He remembers that the barking cat was somewhere over in this area.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of looks around and he's kind of looking. He's noticing that there's a lot of stone and a lot of things that you'd see kind of in the city. But he's kind of looking for some place that's a little bit more like home. That's a little bit more like nature driven.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Absolutely, I would love to. Awesome, and I roll a nat 1.
Oof. Okay, so
I get a +8 to perception, but I first roll of the day, and I roll a nat and roll a crit fail.
that is pretty rough. So you do wander around for a little while. You attempt to get into an area that is currently blocked off. Guards stop you, let you know that you can't come through here because it's a private residential area.
Okay.
You can
I ask the
attempt to
guard
describe. Yes.
Is there any place that I know that there's a lot of stone and things, but is there any place that's more like nature that has like wood and maybe leaves? Anything more like nature inside the city?
Inside the city, you're looking at either the orphanage or there's a temple. If you go through the door directly behind you, there's a temple that's made out of wood and brush and the like. A bunch of
Really?
druids run it.
I'm a druid. I want to go say hi to them. Which way is that?
Right behind you. Just go through the door that is opposite you right now.
Okay, so I'd go where he tells me,
Which would be right over here.
and then I go in here. And as soon as I go in, I see all the wood and the leaves and the nature and everything.
Yes, so it is a building that is completely constructed out of naturally grown woods and leaves and brush. The roof is made out of kilned clay, but this is a natural grown building.
So he'll walk around and explore and go up to one of the people there, and he's never been in a big city before, so he wants to know what this is. So What
Okay.
is this place?
All right. So you would, let's see, at this point in time, who would actually be awake? Oh, okay. Oh boy. All right. So as you walk inside of this building, you watch as this not quite elderly, but middle-aged gnome waddles his way out of the tree that he was sleeping in and comes up to introduce himself. What can I do for you?
So if he's a gnome, then Frydek's basically looking straight down at him.
Pretty much, yes.
He's still standing up, but he's bending his head down as much as he can. It's like, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen inside of a city. Well, I mean, this is the first city I've ever visited, but what is this place?
This is the temple of Obadhai. He is the god of the druids and god of nature. He protects creatures and tasks us with doing the same. He's patron of druids and a friend of those who dwell in harmony with their natural surroundings.
I'm a druid. I didn't know that. You said Obadhai is. So, do you think that he could help me? Because I met some really awesome friends yesterday, and there's a violent mouse, and there's a fairy who's mean to me, and there's a really angry lady, and there's a guy who kind of keeps to himself, and there's another lady with a shield, and they're really nice, and I've been having a lot of fun adventuring with them, but yesterday I made a mistake, and we almost got killed by a giant dragon thing, and I kind of started everything, and I didn't mean to, and I know I need to. Could he help me to be able to protect them better, and to be able to help them if they get hurt?
Well, of course, he is a protector of life, animal, vegetable, human, the like.
Could he teach me how to protect them better?
Well, yes, he could. You would have to go through the rites so that you could build a better connection with him. So, you said you were already a druid?
Yes.
Well, that is quite the first step.
I was created by a fae named Onyx Thistletoe, and he created me to be a guardian of the forest, but something bad happened and I had to leave him, and then I've kind of been on my own since then, until I met my new friends, and I don't want something bad to happen to them, and so I want to be able to learn how to protect them better.
All right. Well, yes, absolutely. If you do want to become a follower of Obed High, um, we can begin a ritual with you. It's known as the Awakening. For those who are
Okay.
attempting to gain acceptance of Obed High, um, you would go into the woods to attune to and survive in nature.
Okay.
It's not generally dangerous. However, the right circumstances, it can become dangerous. You would need to be off the beaten path. You would need to survive on your own without any extra provisions. And you would need to return after 6 or so days of being out in the wilderness, showing that
Okay.
you've adapted to nature. If you're already a druid, this should be a simple task.
Okay. So once I do this, I can come back, and once I do the awakening, I can come back and talk to you, and you can help me.
Yes, yes. Once you get done with that, we will do an ordination ceremony, where, well, we'll let you go through the awakening process first. We want to make sure that you are, in fact, capable of this before we do something along the lines of an ordination ceremony. But I would be the one that does the ordination. I am the master of
Okay.
ceremony. My name is Dabbledob Cobblelob.
Your name is Dabbledob. That's awesome.
Well, thank you. I'm quite fond of my name. But you'll be able to find me here pretty much anytime. If I'm not awake, you'll find me asleep in the tree I was in.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Are you looking? When are you looking to start this awakening?
I know that my friends and I were gonna go meet. We have a job to go take some prisoners, to go get some prisoners and bring them back, and I was gonna see if while we're taking the prisoners back, I'm gonna try to convince my friends to go a different route that leads us through the forest, so that I can do this, and then if I can't, then I'll just go by myself sometime and go out into nature.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Just let me know when it's done. Let me know when you're starting as well. Um, I guess I can see you off in the morning as well, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night. I'm going back to my tree.
Okay. Have fun in your tree, and then he just kind of trundles off back over here.
All right. So, with
And then he didn't get his water, so until everybody wakes up, he's gonna go down by the dock and stick his head in the ocean. In the ocean.
all right. So, with that said, morning comes to all of you. You've had a nice rest. All of you have leveled up, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. All right.
Yep, level 7.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it took everything in my being to not bust out laughing when you said "dobble dob gobble bob." I was trying to stay in character, and it took every part of me.
Oh. All right. So, what would you all like to do this morning now that you've awoken?
I mean, Thomas knows that a hearty breakfast is a good start to any day, so he'll go down to the, I don't know, purveyor of foods in the inn and order something.
Mouse
Oh.
can get on board with that.
Okay. Oh, good
Helena
morning. Good morning.
slowly
Good morning.
joins them.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Breakfast is being served. We have meats. We have meats, and we have meats. What would you like today?
I mean, some breakfast sausages and maybe some eggs sound pretty good.
Oh, all right. Breakfast sausages. We do have. Yeah, we can make that work. And you watch as as they walk back towards the kitchen and they take some of the bacon that they were cooking and roll it up, and then stick a band around it and fry it to where it comes as a roll, and then they bring it back to the table and put it in front of you. Breakfast sausage.
Guess that'll work.
All right. Wonderful,
That's
wonderful, wonderful.
genius.
And for the rest of you?
Bacon's fine with me.
Bacon, wonderful. Okay, so for the bacon, it would be 1 copper piece. For the breakfast sausage, that's 2 copper pieces.
Mouse points at the breakfast
What the-
sausage.
Bacon is the breakfast sausage.
Yeah.
It took a little bit of extra work. You want the breakfast sausage as well? Okay, and that will be 2 copper pieces from you. Also brings out the eggs to you. They are a little runny, but they're serviceable. I would say that this place is probably not known for their food. More known for, this is the only place around port that allows us to get back to our boats quickly in the mornings.
Mhm.
But it is nourishment. Alright, what would the rest of you like to do?
Friday, that'd be you because you're Lena right now.
Friedak is still outside on the dock with his head in the water.
Yes, but you're Lena.
Oh, sorry.
Check Discord.
Yeah.
Alina's gonna go downstairs and get some breakfast.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright. So Alina is probably going to end up being a background character today. It looks like she's gonna have trouble coming in today. Okay, so she comes down. We're not gonna have her mark off copper pieces or anything like that because we don't have her character sheet. So a full belly ahead of you. And let's see, full belly ahead of you with serviceable food, full night's rest. And you guys are free to discuss around the table what you're planning on doing today.
So what does this journey entail?
Thomas, you're muted.
Escorting guards? Or escorting prisoners?
Thomas is muted.
I fly down the
Yeah,
stairs
he's
and come
muted.
around and go, "Hey guys, so what are we doing that's fun today?"
I mean, I think escorting that prisoner sounds like a good idea. We could definitely use the money to get along.
I asked what this entails, but okay.
I think the guards could answer that.
I mean, it sounds like we just gotta escort him to the trial.
So what are we gonna do with all that fun stuff we found yesterday?
We gotta sell that before we can go.
I think Helena had all that, right?
Yes, I have all.
except for the heart, which Thomas
Yeah, the
has.
heart's in the jar with Thomas.
All
At
right.
some point, you're gonna have to put
So-
some dirt in the thing just so you can say, "I got a jar of dirt."
Wasn't was there a university that we were told might take it?
Yeah, the university is just across the way from the inn, so we can go over there and then go escort them.
All right. So, are you making your way to the school?
To the school, yeah.
Okay, so that's over here. Well, after asking around town a little bit, you're able to locate the school. All right. Do you just you attempt to walk in, or
Did they notice me?
That's a good question. Somebody give me a perception check to see if you can figure out where Friedak is. Mouse
Nope.
has no clue. Helena and Thomas would be able to spot you. You stuck your head in the ocean directly outside of the inn, so it's pretty easy to spot you. It's just a DC of 10. So they're able to find you and take you with them.
Oh, hi. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Friday.
The guy inside, I asked for some water, and he gave me some weird smelling stuff, and I put it on my head because I thought it would, help kind of moisturize me or whatever. But it didn't feel right, so I had to stick my head in the ocean.
Sounds reasonable.
So where are we going?
This one is rather odd.
I think he's hilarious.
So where are we going?
We're going to the school to sell the dragon parts.
Okay.
All right. So do you guys just attempt to walk into the school, ask around, or what do you guys do?
We'll ask around. I'm not exactly sure where it's at.
Okay. So you do walk up to an individual. Cropped, wavy black hair, brown eyes, 2 small piercings on their left eyebrow. Just a standard human male in his 20s. Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
Yes.
Oops.
Alina rolled a 17.
Jeez. Emma testing.
That's
Nice.
actually Alina, not,
I see that.
not Friedak.
Alright, so between a couple of you, you're able to get proper answers out of this gentleman. He directs you to this building with the spire on it. Says you should just be able to walk in and speak with the headmaster. Her name is Mirabelle. So, short distance to walk, short time after, you make your way in and find Mirabelle Wheatflow. She's one of the wizard's teachers there. Extremely long, straight, dyed pink hair, black eyes, soft white skin. And she looks up at you and goes, "Oh, welcome. Are you new students?"
No, we're here to sell stuff.
here to sell stuff.
No,
Okay.
someone told us that you guys might be interested in something like this, and then we had Thomas show her the heart in the jar.
Oh. Oh my.
We're just selling the heart, not the jar.
Very well. What is that heart from?
A dragon.
Interesting.
I think they said it's like a
You-
baby dragon.
So are you dragging the head in right now?
Oh yeah, I forgot I had the dragon head. So I'll just hold up the head. It's like it came out of this.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that's true. We did bring the head too.
A baby lead dragon. Oh, those are.
Do you
Those
want to
are
buy the
what-
head too?
I don't have much use for a wormling head. I am willing to buy parts that can be used for potions or spell components. I'm very interested in that heart.
We also have some
Uh,
scales and some claws and some
And blood.
yeah.
Blood, dragon meat, and dragon teeth.
Well, everything except for the meat sounds wonderful. So for that heart, I'd be willing to give you 20 gold pieces. Because it is a smaller dragon, it's not got as much material as, say, one of the older or ancient ones.
Yeah.
The scales are smaller, so I could go 5 gold pieces per scale. 8 gold pieces per claw. 15 gold pieces per pint of blood. And 8 gold pieces per tooth.
All
We
right,
have
whoever.
two. We have 2 gallons of blood.
Okay.
I
So,
hand her both gallons.
okay. So, let's see. So,
How
15.
much for the claws again?
So for the claws, we're looking at 8 gold pieces per intact claw. And
How many do we have?
We have
7.
We have 7.
Alright, and with 2 gallons of blood, that separates it into 8 pints at 15 gold pieces per pint.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's 8 pints per gallon.
And 15 gold per pint?
Per pint,
And,
yes.
and we have 16 pints.
Yeah, 16 pints.
16.
That's 240.
Yeah.
Yes.
150 for the scales.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 8 per claw or per tooth. What's the number on the tooth?
20.
20 teeth.
Well, this is quite a haul you have here.
And then it was 5 per scale.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
150
5 per scale.
for that.
Yeah.
Is somebody adding all this up?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm trying.
So is that 700 gold? If I'm doing it right. Oh, we haven't talked about the heart.
It was
The
25.
20 gold.
It was 20.
20.
20. So 720.
720 gold. So yes, that total does come to 720 gold. You all are breaking what we have on hand here, but it's hard to pass up dragon parts. They're not the most common thing to walk in our door.
You know where we could get rid of the head?
So 7 what?
720.
Most collectors would be interested in something like that. A taxidermist, a warrior that wants to claim that they've slain a beast like that.
Is there a taxidermist in town?
In town? No, unfortunately there's not. I think the nearest taxidermist is in Eastham.
Quick follow-up question.
Yes.
What's a taxidermist?
They basically stuff the animals.
Yes, they mount, stuff the animals, keep the head from decaying, and show off its might and prowess proudly.
What if I just wanted the bones?
Well, there are plenty of ways to eliminate the bones. You could pour acid on it.
No, I mean I wanna get rid of all the meat and keep the bones.
Right, you could pour acid on the flesh, and that'll allow you to leave just the bones. You can also have different insects come along and clean the skull, or you can do the hard way, which is just to take it all off yourself with a knife. I personally
Okay,
prefer the
thank
acid
you.
technique, but you're welcome. Is there anything else I can do for you wonderful adventurers? Have any other interesting creature parts? I may have to make a run to our vault to be able to pay for it, but if you have it...
I do not have any more.
I think that's all we had.
Okay. Well, do keep us in mind if you have any more creatures pop up of
So
use.
We definitely will.
Question for the party. Who did she give the
Um,
gold to, and are they splitting it equally?
Probably me. I was gonna turn around and look at everybody and ask if we wanted to split it or keep it as a group compiled money.
Well, I have 48 gold from the actual bounty.
Yeah, the bounty.
A
knew
couple I
you
used
had
for
that.
the inn.
I don't know that we
Okay.
need a party fund of 768 gold right away.
I mean, we'll need stuff eventually.
Right, but I just don't know
Yeah.
that the party fund needs to be that big immediately. So this is not Fridak
well-
talking, obviously, because he doesn't know what gold is. If I can suggest, we keep two, because 720 plus 48 is 768. So why don't I suggest we keep 268 as the party fund, whoever's keeping track of the party fund. And the other 500 we split among people.
Well,
So
I
that
was
would be
gonna say everybody put 20 in the party, and then everybody keep 100. That way you have plenty of gold. That way it's even.
Yeah, because there's 6 of us.
There's 6 of us, yeah.
right, but
Because it's
I'm-
120 per person.
at 768.
Yeah, you're not factoring in the 48, but yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't factoring in 48.
So if everyone just takes 100 and then the rest for the party
Yeah.
fund.
Yeah, there we go. So everyone takes
Yeah.
100 gold, and the other 28 goes in the party fund.
Yeah. So I give everybody 100 gold.
So
I
while
look
we're
at Mouse. I look at Mouse and say, Mouse, do you want to keep party fund?
Sure.
Or do you want me to? Because it might get too heavy for you.
She is pretty small.
She is small.
okay, that decision is made. I'm gonna go outside of the game for just a moment. Remind ourselves of how we met Mouse. So just think about
none
that
of
for
you
just a
saw
second.
anything, for all
Okay,
you know.
that's what that's why I said outside of the game, not in the game. This is Angry Roach talking, not Fridak. Outside of the
He
game.
has friendship loyalty.
Okay, I'm just putting it out there.
In fairness Thomas met Mouse in a cage.
Yeah, like
Sure. That's why I said outside of the game.
as far as everyone's concerned, she just dropped in the cage with everybody else.
This is true.
Very, very interesting turn of events. That's all I'm saying. All right. Anyway, but as everyone gets done talking, Friday is also going to kind of pull Mouse to the side because she's kind of become his little buddy, and he's going to be like, I don't know what all of this means with gold and silver. Can you help me try to figure out? Because I feel like the last time I tried to buy something, I feel like I overpaid or I paid too much. And before today, I didn't have any gold. And now I have like 140. And I feel like if I mess up, then I'm going to lose all of it. So can you help me?
Yeah, of course. Mouse will show you. And she's gonna attempt to explain the currency to him.
Yeah, so
Uh,
we don't have to, we can
Yeah.
continue on, but while we're going,
I think while they're traveling, she can try to instruct him on.
Yep.
On all that.
All right. So, are you all making your way over to the guards to attempt to do this job, or have you decided to go somewhere different?
I mean, we probably
think
better
we're
get
ready.
started. And I'm gonna take the dragon head, and I'm gonna basically take. I have a rope, and I'm gonna take the rope and put it through the dragon head to kind of secure it, and then I'm just gonna put it up, wear it on my back like a backpack, so I don't have to worry about carrying the dragon head around. And then just kind of tie it tight. So Frydak's now walking around with a slowly decaying head of a dragon wormling strapped to his back using rope.
Very nice. All right.
As we walk, well, assuming we are going to the guards, as we walk, I just kind of want to make sure I'm being observant and looking around and seeing if I see anything interesting.
Okay. What do you mean as far as interesting?
Any interactions between people that seems odd or problematic?
Okay. Make a perception check for me. 9. So walking through, you do not see anything that seems to throw up any red flags for you.
Okay.
All right. You do make your way to the guards that you ran into yesterday. As you get back up to the gate, Rolf greets you.
Oh, welcome back, welcome back. I'm glad you could make it. The judge has been on our case about trying to get someone out here to do this transportation job because nobody wants to work for us. It's much appreciated. He should be here any moment. I'm glad you made it at a decent early time. How did you all rest?
Had a good night's sleep. Where are we taking this guy?
Oh, so you will be going to Shorecrest. I'll let him describe it. Whenever he gets here, but you'll be going and picking him up and bringing him back. So, speaking of, there he is right now. I'm glad to see you finally found a group to retrieve those savages. I was beginning to think I would have to make the trip myself. As you turn to look at the voice, you see a short, bald man with clumps of curly white hair on each side of his head. He glances at you all with a stern, wrinkled face. Looking him over, you see he is dressed in fine purple robes with golden trim,
appears to be an older outfit, as it's slightly torn in a few places. He has a decorative rapier at his side. He says, I am Jarin, the town judge. I'm the one responsible for ensuring that those that would do evil are dealt with to the fullest extent of the law. As I'm sure my men here have already told you, you'll be making your way to Shorecrest to pick up the accused to return them here for judgment. Your contact will be the harbor master, the highest ranking official of that town. His name is Adram Borelli. You should expect an ambush, I'm sure, from the savage tribes. Dispatch them as you see fit. Upon completion, we will discuss payment, transportation fees, hazard pay, and the like. Any questions?
Why don't people want to work for you?
People just don't want to work. They don't want to. It's a 3-day travel to get there, 3 days back. They don't want to transport these savages. It's honestly terrible. I'm already short-handed here with my guardsmen, and I don't have the manpower to send out there to retrieve these people. Honestly, what we have here are a bunch of ship hands, some religious folk, orphans, farmers, merchants, and my small band of soldiers.
Do you have transportation for us?
Yes, you will be provided with a horse-drawn cart. The cart should be enough to be able to haul the 2 cages that these 2 bugbear creatures are going to be in. And it should still take you 6 days travel round trip. I'll give you 2 weeks to be able to do it, just in case you run into any hiccups, bad weather, the savages tribes. I'm not going to hold you to a strict timeline. Just need him back here so that we can pass proper judgment on them. Any other questions?
Okay.
Oh, I like this one.
Me too.
Do you have any other questions for me as far as what the job would entail?
Are you not paying us until we get back so that if we die, you're not out any money?
I'm not paying you until you get back because I do not offer payment for incomplete jobs.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Rolf, seeing as it took you a full week to find a group suitable for this job, time for your penance. And you watch as he walks over, draws his decorative rapier, which has a little bit of, somebody make a perception check for me.
Not me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, lights didn't come through immediately, and I thought it was a 0. Okay, so you do see that it does have a little bit of a red crust along the blade. He pops it up to the soldier and pops off his top button. It says, I'll be adding this to my collection. As you were. As for the rest of you, please do hurry back and bring the prisoners with you intact. And he just walks off, flipping the button in his hand, like a
Mouse
coin.
does not like that guy.
So we got a cart, but where is it?
Rolf looks at you and goes, the cart is going to be right outside the gate. It'll be outside the western gate, so it's right out here. You'll follow that road, roughly 3 days travel, and Best of luck to you.
So where are we currently?
So you would have met with the guards over here.
So we have to go all the way across town,
Yeah.
past the casino, to
Right.
this gate over here.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, hold on. We got a robot. Say that again.
The robot's a robot.
On our way to the gate to get our cart, is it okay if we stop at the temple and so I can talk to Abu Dab again?
Is that a question for the DM or is that a question for the group?
That's a question for the group, but they don't know who Abu Dab is because they don't know that I visited the temple.
So is that Frydak asking the group?
Yes.
Who is that? But
Oh,
who?
he's a new friend that I met this morning when you guys were sleeping, and he's gonna teach me how to be a cleric as well as a druid. He's gonna help me learn how to protect and heal people.
What do you need to talk to him about?
He said that I have to do something called an awakening, where I have to go out in the woods and survive. And he said that he wanted me to come by and see him before I left town. And I was gonna see if, because we have to do a 3-day. It has to be a 6 days in nature, and we have to go 3 days out to pick up these guys, and then 3 days back. So I was gonna ask him if that could be my awakening.
How long do you think it'll take?
Well, Abadabadabadab said that. I know that's not his name. I'm not trying to remember it anymore. Sorry, Beard. That's as close as I'm getting. He said that the awakening is 6 days, and that's how long it's going to take us to get those prisoners and bring them back. So I was going to see if I could do like one and the same.
I meant how long is it going to take to talk to him?
Oh, he said just a few minutes because he just wanted to check in with me before we left the city.
I guess we're gonna spend a couple minutes, but we should definitely get moving.
Okay.
We're losing daylight.
Thank you. So as we walk across, we'll try to keep light out of the casino. And then we get to this door right here. And then I'll lead them in the door and look up in the tree for
Dabble Dob.
Dabba. Yep.
Welcome back.
See, this is the group that I was telling you about.
Yes, the dangerous cat, which one's the angry lady?
The one without the shield.
Oh, okay. He definitely had
and I show him my back. That this is the dragon that we killed yesterday. That almost killed us.
I see. Well, as you know, we are a protector of life, so do make sure you're not just wantonly killing.
Yes, we answered an ad because he was this was killing people and stealing cattle, and it cut a cat in half. And I tried to talk to it, but then it started throwing things at my friends, because that's the whole reason that I kind of felt bad for putting them in danger, because I tried to walk up to the water and talk to it, and it tried to bite my face off, and then it started hurting my friends, so we had to defend ourselves.
Well, I do suppose if there was no other way around it, it is a forgivable instance. Are you leaving town now?
Yes, we have to go to I think he said Shorecrest, and we have to pick up some prisoners and then bring them back. And you said that I had to do 6 days, and since Shorecrest is 3 days away, and it's 3 days there and 3 days back. Could that be my 6 days in nature?
Yes, just attempt to spend time in nature, not just on the road, okay?
Okay, I'll do it every day.
Okay. And all of your survival needs should come from nature, not from pre-packed supplies.
I don't use prepacked supplies because I don't eat and I don't I gave my bedroll and everything from the explorer's pack I found. I gave all that away because I don't use it. But I'll remember that, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome, and best of luck to you. It sounds like this shouldn't be too hard for you.
I'm hoping.
Oh, all right, come back and see me whenever you get back in town. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you. Please do take care of this soul, and best of luck.
All right, bye, abadabadab.
It's
And then
dabble
without even
dab.
waiting for, it just leaves.
All right, guys.
That person's turned their pint.
Wait, what?
That person's turned their pint.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
They're past their prime.
Fridax still doesn't know what that means.
I'm over here speaking dwarf. Sorry.
All right. So you make your way to outside of the western gate. You do find a
Babe?
horse-drawn cart. Enough room for the entire party on it. 2 horses drawing it. All right. So are you all just heading on your way immediately, or what are we doing?
I'd assume. Thomas is getting kind of anxious to head out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely be ready to just move. Assuming we make it that far, obviously you can tell me we don't make it that far before we have to do something. If it gets close to nightfall, Thomas will keep his eyes out for any kind of wildlife that might make a good dinner.
Okay. So what we're gonna do first is I need somebody to roll a d4 for me. Just one of you.
Who's doing it?
I'll do it. All right.
I already did.
All right. So
Oh.
I got it.
Let somebody else do it.
all right, and then D-Wild, you can roll a d20 for me.
You else is good at them D20s.
Okay, so that's good. Your weather looks good for the day. You managed to get normal temperature for the season and no precipitation. So you have a normal day's travel. I would like for somebody to roll a perception check for me.
Not me.
I get this. Oh.
Not been doing great with perception, so.
Hey, there we go.
Wow.
Alright.
Fridax got some good sensors, man.
Yeah, and Thomas apparently doesn't.
I thought the +5 was gonna be good, but
So Thomas steps up to take a look off of the cart and keep an eye and make sure that there's nothing out there that could cause problems. And just as he stands up, Fridax stands up in front of him and completely blocks his view.
That's about right.
A 26. You're able to steer clear of any obstacles for the first half of the day. I do need one more perception check from somebody else.
My perception isn't good.
Mine's okay, but I keep rolling though.
Okay, so That's a 12. Rolled the DC. Was all right. Oh, twice. Okay. Okay, so as you're rolling along, you do notice that the horses start to freak out. You do not see what is causing them to freak out, but they are looking towards the woods. Get this pulled up here.
Any like a general direction in the woods, or just
So it would be to the right. You guys are going to remember this map. But go ahead and delete that. Pull this out. We are using this purely as your cart. And the trip out into the
I know
woods.
that card.
Yeah, you all know that cart.
I don't know that card.
you weren't here last time.
Yeah, be thankful you don't know that cart. But that is a representation of just your cart right now. Oh wow, that's actually pretty close to. Yeah. There we go. All right. So with that perception check, you would not be able to spot this, which means it will definitely won't spot it with that.
Hey, at least it's better than a 1.
This is true.
At least I can see in front of me.
All right, so that means that it will get a sneak attack. Let me see if I can find it here. We've got a lot of resources to dig through. Here we go.
Well, we could just go with something lesser then.
Oh, gosh, that's huge. I'm gonna shrink that down to the right size. All right, so this is going to let's sneak here. Yes.
Can I go for an attack?
Can you what?
Try to speak with it before the attack?
Well, none of us saw it.
Yeah, none of you would have
Yep.
seen this. The horses freaked out, but you're not
Okay.
able to see anything in the brush. So as you go past, it is going to run and do a pounce attack. So who is right here?
That's light. You targeted, I think.
Okay. So it is going to
Where would Alina be?
it is going to make a pounce attack here. So I need you to make a strength saving throw. Oh, hold on. Okay, so
The
actually,
sorcerer making a strength.
I need to actually roll to hit you first. Oh, you lucky dog. Okay.
Oh wow.
That is that's an 8. So, you actually didn't have to make that strength throw. So that was an 8, which I'm assuming misses you, and you're not muted, but I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That misses.
Alright. So that brings us out of the surprise round. As this tiger runs out of the woods and takes a swipe at Light, he's able to dodge out of the way. Everybody, I need you to roll initiative for me.
Yep, that seems about right.
Unbelievable. Why didn't it give me my +3?
That's a good
I
question.
didn't give me my. I
I
think
have
give me
mine should be 4. And then
didn't
here
give me my
is
+1.
here's Alina's initiative. I didn't give her initiative either. It should be a +3. So Alina is actually 16, and I am 4.
All right.
Mine is 15.
It's weird.
And Thomas doesn't look like I gave it to him either.
No, it
Oh,
no.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't give it to me either. Technically my initiative should be +4.
I was gonna say, as a ranger, you should have more dexterity than that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try reloading everything.
All right. Helena, what's your initiative bonus?
1.
1. And Fridak, yours totals up to a 14.
Friday should be a 4.
Oh, okay.
Because I rolled a crit failure. I rolled a 1, so it should be 4. And Alina's should be a 14.
Alina should be okay. Should be
No, sorry.
16.
Alina's should be a 16.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. So that brings us to that.
Hmm.
Then we've got mouse. Product. And then we'll have one light. Alright, so it does start out with the tiger's turn. It is going to take another swipe. It's going to take a bite attack at Light. And that's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, it does hit? Okay. So that is 6 points of piercing? Yeah, piercing damage. 6 points of piercing damage. It will be Alina and then Helena after this. So the tiger swipes at you on the initial turn and you duck out of the way, and as you're flying up, it reaches up and takes a big bite out of your leg with its reaction. And that'll be the end of its turn. So now it's Alina's turn.
I don't have control over her, so she would have started probably up here by mouse.
Okay.
All right, so she's gonna move across over right beside the tiger on the other side of mouse.
Okay.
And then she's going to take her mace and swing it at the tiger. And she's also well, let's see if she can hit first.
Okay.
19.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll hit.
So she's actually gonna add a divine smite. Let's see here. Let me take off a spell slot. So, which is going to hold on a second. Where's it at? There it is. 10. So first of all, here's 1d6 plus 1. That's just for the damage from the mace itself.
Okay.
And then because she used Divine Smite, it's going to be 2d8s. So it's going to be a total of 12 damage, and that 8 is radiant damage.
Okay. Alright, so Alina reaches back. You watch as the mace glows and swipes it down, cracks the tiger right on the back of the head. Tiger growls and shakes its head. That brings us to Helena with Thomas on deck.
I'm gonna try to speak with animals.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. What do you say?
I ask it not to attack us. And we mean it no harm.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion. Yeah. That was a bad roll.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Mm.
The tiger.
Oh.
The tiger looks back up at you, and since you've cast Speak with Animals, you can understand what it says. The rest of you hear a growl. Helena hears, "I'm starving. I need this. You will be my next meal." Anything you want to do with a bonus action or movement or anything?
Please, please tell me I have something in my bag. We never got rid of. We do. I still have the meat from the dragon because we never sold it.
Okay.
So I take out some of the meat and throw it at the tiger and say, "Here."
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Needs to be better than Moloko.
DC 12. Nice. All right. The tiger, seeing an easier meal than attacking all of you after being hit with a mace with a bunch of radiant might behind it, leaps off of the cart and goes over to the meat. That would be the end of your turn, Thomas. What would you like to do?
I tell Thomas, "It's just hungry."
Yes, but it may come after us.
I gave it all the not deer meat, dragon meat I had. Which was how many pounds of it? I don't even know.
Several pounds of
I
it.
think that would spoil before it got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never decided on how much meat we had.
All right, Thomas. So it is your turn. It's up to you what you would like to do. You all will be moving away from this target at about 30 feet per round at this point. So whatever you do here will decide what happens from here on out.
Okay.
Why do you look so?
I guess. Can I? What's it called? When you put in an if something happens action.
Can you hold your action?
Yeah. I want to hold my action.
Okay. What do you want the trigger to be?
If the tiger comes after us at all, and like basically if it stops eating the dragon meat, I will shoot at it.
Okay. All right. Mouse, that brings us to you with Frydak on deck.
So are we... Does the tiger seem content with the meat, or do we know yet?
The tiger jumped off the cart and currently has its face in the meat.
Okay, so I'm just...
Can I ask the tiger if he'll leave us alone?
On your next turn.
On my next turn, okay.
Mhm.
I can't do anything yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action, I guess, unless I see the tiger turn away from the meat and go after us again.
Okay. Frydak, you're up with Light on deck.
Okay, so Frydak is actually going to cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. What's
So,
the save on that?
It's a wisdom spell save of 16.
That's a natural 2. Okay.
Well, first of all, is the beast's intelligence 4 or higher?
No, it is not.
Okay. Right, so the beast is now charmed by me
Okay.
for 24 hours.
All right. And what are you instructing the beast to do?
Take the dragon meat and go back in the woods.
All right. So that instruction will happen on its next turn. Anything else you want to do?
Let's see here. Can I, where I'm at, because Alina's off. I just realized that this thing is going to keep moving. Alina's off the cart now.
Are you wanting to see if you can grab her and pull her back on the cart?
Yeah, I was just going to see if I could grab her, pick her up, and put her back on the cart.
Okay, do a strength check with DC of 11.
11?
Yeah. I know, odd number.
Alrighty. Woo!
Alright, you successfully pull her back up on the cart.
Alright.
Alright, light.
I want to see if I can persuade the horses.
Persuade the horses?
Yes.
To do what?
To continue down the path is at a rapid pace.
Okay, make an animal handling check. Because that's just taking the reins and telling him to go. 16, that'll do it. So yes, they do accelerate their pace. Alright. Anything else you want to do?
Oops. I'm gonna leave a faint odor of skunk at the back of the cart.
I'm sorry, you're trying to do what?
Leave a faint odor of skunk.
Okay. Alright, that's easy enough to do. So, you druidcraft the scent of a skunk spray. Which brings us to the tiger's turn. Tiger is going to start dragging the dragon meat out into the woods. Let's see. That would put you guys roughly here. It does appear that you guys will be out of combat due to both the animal handling check from Helena and the spell from Friday. So, congratulations on that. Way to dodge killing a tiger.
Well, Aldav said I had to be nice now. To animals.
I high five Braddock.
He just kind of looks at you and then looks at his hand. He's very confused on what just happened.
Alright. So we'll put the tiger away. So that would bring us to the end of day today. Would you guys like to make camp, or would you like to continue on traveling?
Again, as it gets closer to nightfall, and I assume because I'm me that we're going to camp, I want to keep an eye out for any kind of creature for
sustenance.
dinner.
Right. Which, go ahead and roll a perception check for me there.
Bodhi makes a good point. He said, "How many fingers does Frodic have? Would it even be a high five?"
I mean, Frederick does have like normal-ish looking hands.
Okay, so
Like, have you ever seen the Iron Giant?
Yeah.
His hands kind of look like that, but made of wood.
All right, so with an 11, you would be able to find nothing huge, but you would be able to find a small rabbit.
All right. So can I like try to attack a rabbit?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going
No,
to
don't make him.
attempt to? Are you attempting to use your bow and arrow, or are you going to attempt to sneak up on it?
I'll use my bow and arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your ranged attack. Okay, that definitely hits the rabbit. You don't need to roll damage because your bonus to that would be a rabbit's entire health. So you now have a rabbit that you can harvest. So you can either grab the meat, the hide, all that stuff if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't know. Are we still traveling at all, or like do I like need to just grab the whole rabbit and like do it in the cart, or are we stopped
Well,
for
is
this?
anybody familiar with this road? Because I don't know how good of an idea it would be to keep going at night.
Let's see here. Mouse, if I could get you to roll a history check.
Average.
Yeah, you are vaguely familiar with this road. You know you've traveled down it to get this direction, but you aren't specifically familiar with it.
What about me?
This would not be a road that you've traveled before.
Yeah, but if I've seen a map or anything of it.
You're welcome to try a history check. It'll be a little bit higher DC, having not actually been on this road before. Need to beat a 16. That'll do it.
Told you.
All right. What would you like to know about this area?
The general layout of the terrain along the path. And if there's any other features that I need to know of.
Okay, so in this rough area, you would be more or less looking at just a thicket of forest. There's not a whole lot of terrain out this way. It's just a light forest area. Once you get through this forest, though, you'll start getting into a plains area, which is next day and a half of travel. There's no like cliffs or water sources around here that you're aware of.
What about berries?
I'm sorry, berries or fairies?
Berries, as in the
food?
Num. Yeah.
So maps don't typically tell you much about food that would be in there. You're welcome to make a perception check and see if you can find berries growing along the side of the road, or further in if you're getting off.
So I'm an I have the Wonder Outlander.
Okay.
And that gives I can in addition to having the excellent memory for maps, I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each day, provided the land offers berries, small
Okay.
game, water.
Okay, in that case, yes, you would be able to find food. You'd be able to find berries, blackberries and blueberries along a little bit off the road, about 150 feet.
So are we stopping to make camp?
Yeah.
About what
I
time is
believe
it?
that we should make camp here. It's getting rather late, and we got this rabbit to cook.
All right.
So you do find a place off the side of the road, a nice clearing, far enough back from the road to where you're not going to draw attention from the road if people were to pass through, to set up camp. You get a fire going, you start cooking the rabbit, and I'll allow you all to make discussion.
While they're cooking the rabbit and sitting around eating dinner, Frydek is just gonna kind of wander out in the forest. He's gonna go probably 300 to 400 feet
Okay.
so that he can try to find a place to commune with nature.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me on that. And while you're doing that,
Okay.
what would the rest of you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cook up this rabbit.
All
You're
right.
gonna make stew.
So I'll collect some wood and start a fire and probably just cook it as a rabbit.
How big is this rabbit?
It's a small hare. Probably about 2 pounds of meat. Not a whole lot, but enough to feed one or two. Light does, however, bring back blueberries and blackberries to add to it.
Between the two, is it enough, like, to kind of give us all a nice dinner?
Yes, it is enough for a good sit-down meal around a campfire.
Okay.
So Frydek, you're able to locate a place off to yourself, to commune with nature. You locate a large outcropping, surrounded by rocks in a clearing. You don't have anything that follows you. You're able to accurately see that nothing is around you. So you can commune with nature there.
So when he gets to that spot, Frydek is gonna kind of kneel on the ground, and then he's just gonna kind of sit to himself and try to quiet everything out and try to listen to nature and try to do what Cobbledob said.
All right, so while that's happening, is there anything you would like to do before you attempt to rest?
Oh. Question.
Yes.
Did Light get injured?
Light
No.
did
Oh,
get
wait.
injured. He
Yes.
got bit.
Oh, that's right. You did 2 attacks.
How injured is Light?
I'm down 6 points.
Down 6
Shouldn't he
points?
Shouldn't you be
No,
seeking
not down
medical
to 6 points. I'm
assistance?
down 6 points.
Yeah.
Are we about to do? Are they about to do a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much healing is a long rest?
All the way up?
All the
All
way.
the way up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Healing-
but it also brings back spell slots, yeah?
yes.
Yep.
Thomas is gonna go ahead and try something new for Thomas. And cast Cure Wounds. on light there.
Fancy.
All right, go ahead
Wait,
and
what?
go ahead and cast that for me.
Not recognizing the currently open sidebar? What? What on earth is happening with D&D Beyond today?
Do not know.
One second.
Okay.
You may just have to roll the D8 and
Yeah.
Yeah, Roll20 had a hiccup by itself earlier, so
Yeah, this isn't working. Okay.
yeah, it could be Roll20. I had to log out and relog just to be able to get into it today.
All right. Well, that does it.
you get any plus? Well, it doesn't matter.
yeah, +3, but that's 4 more points than light
Yep.
needed.
All right, so
There you go, Light, and I hand you part of a rabbit.
Just remember that Cure Wounds is the touch
Oh,
one.
you can have the rabbit. I'll eat my berries. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Ungrateful.
Just remember that Cure Wounds is the one where you have to touch them.
See?
Yep.
Healing
yeah.
Word is the one that's the most.
Yeah, but we're
See?
all. I'm assuming I did touch, and
Yeah.
we're all
Yeah.
around a campfire. But yes.
so
I was just reminding you. Sorry.
Thomas reaches out, and his hand starts to glow. Matches the sheen of Light, and Light's leg heals up. All right. Anything else you all would like to do before resting?
So, how much time has passed from the time that they started cooking? Whenever Friday goes into the forest by himself, will he come back around the time that they start falling asleep so that he can keep watch?
Possibly. Just depends on what's going on.
Okay.
Depends on what everybody decides they want to do. Anything else anyone wants to do? Any discussions?
No, Helena just propped up against a tree and goes to sleep.
All right. In that case, Frydek, they would have had enough time to eat. How long are you spending out communing with nature?
Just looking this a bit. Because I need to lay down. My back is hurting in case Dad needs to.
Apparently that long.
Hey, sorry about that.
It's all right.
I probably no more than an hour or two. I'd guess.
Okay. So yeah, you would come back roughly the time that they're all getting ready to go to bed. How are shifts working?
Well, I mean, if I'm there, then they don't need to worry about it because I'll go into Sentry's Rest and I can, because with Sentry's Rest it says that I don't sleep. Let's see, what was it at? And I must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, I appear inert, but it doesn't render me unconscious, and I can see and hear as normal.
Okay.
So,
Is anybody going to take a shift with him, or are you guys just going to let him run on his own?
Mouse will stay up with him for a little bit.
Okay.
just know that Friday can't talk to you.
It's fine.
Thomas will.
She'll practice
Yeah.
using her mage hand.
Thomas will
Can always-
definitely lay down and. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say lay down and go to sleep.
Okay. So we've got Mouse and Frydek keeping watch. So if I can get both of you to roll perception checks for me.
Can I can I put a quick pause in this?
Yeah. What's up?
Can I take a minute break?
Okay.
Somebody's hydrate's kicking in.
Hey, not my fault. I have only done it once.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh-uh.
You can take
Okay.
a short break while we're
Cool,
doing
cool,
this.
cool, cool.
I
Great.
gotta
Yeah,
roll a
you
few
guys
do what
things
you
anyway.
need to. I just didn't know. Okay. Oh, great.
While he's taking a break, just so you guys know, my dad had a knee surgery today. So, if at some point I may have to disappear and help him, but I'll be back as soon as possible.
Oh, we don't allow
Okay.
stuff like that.
No.
How dare you take care of family?
Yeah, it's not asking for permission, T-Wows. It's just letting you know.
All right. So 19 and 10.
Where did the matches go?
The matches. Oh no.
Okay. So you make it through that first shift with no issues. Nice quiet rest. A few sounds of some owls hooting and just general nighttime forest noises, but nothing that catches your eye, nothing comes out and bothers any of you. So how would you guys like to go about the second shift? Are we just gonna let Friday take that, or do we have somebody waking up to hang out with him?
Mouse,
I'll
Mouse
wake up.
can wake me up when she gets tired.
Mouse will probably just curl up around Frydek, honestly.
All right, so then we've got Frydek and Helena.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll another perception check for me.
I ain't back.
Welcome back.
Oh no.
14 and 8.
Since there's two of us rolling, that adds together, right?
Right?
All right. And then...
Oh, Light, you're so funny.
What did he do?
He redeemed Hydrate.
It does look like there's actually currently a problem between Beyond 20 as of today, where weapon attacks and ability checks work, but other things don't.
Okay.
Just FYI for everybody.
Good to know.
Okey-dokey.
All right. So... Helena, you wouldn't notice this. However, Frydek, 14, you would. You start to hear a rustling from the woods. Go ahead and... I'm assuming they did it again.
Yeah. They both redeemed the Hydrate butt. So.
Oh boy.
I did no such thing.
Oh, sorry. Yours was just another Hydrate.
All right. So if you guys will place yourselves where you would be resting.
Other than the tents, where is the biggest thing out here?
Other than the tents, the biggest thing?
Yes.
Like the tallest or just... The
Easiest to hide behind.
easiest to hide behind would probably be either this rock or this rock and tree combination?
I'm gonna curl up in the bushes down there.
Okay. Thomas, where are you resting? You up against the rock, or are you?
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning against the rock over here, maybe more here.
Okay.
Away from everybody.
Yeah, I like to. I'm kind of a loner, and I also like to be not necessarily directly in the light of the fire.
All right. So, Frydek, you do notice a rustling in the bushes from up this direction.
As soon as I hear the rustling, I'll look in that direction and holler and call out, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Okay. You do not get a reaction from a human creature or a humanoid creature. There is no response.
Okay.
Other than the bushes shaking a little bit more.
I stand up and look that direction.
Okay.
I'm going to move this to here and try to get a better look at the bushes from there.
Okay. One more perception check for me.
Okay.
Or investigation, actually.
Okay. Well.
12. Okay, so you see a big hairy body. You would be able to make out that it is a giant boar.
Okay.
That's what we should have had for supper.
We can have bacon for breakfast.
I'm just gonna put my arms out, put my hands out,
Mm-hmm.
just say, "Calm, calm. I'm not going to hurt you."
Okay. Just in common?
Yeah.
Make an animal handling check.
There you go.
Okay.
Nat 20.
So, the boar looks at you, snorts a little bit, and starts to back off. Slowly.
I'll keep my eyes that direction, but I'll move back over by where Mouse is, and then I'll kind of start going back into my inert state. But I'm facing that direction this time.
Okay.
I can still, kind of. I don't know if you can imagine. His head just kind of does like a periscope, kind of spin around as the night, a slow spin around as the night progresses, so that he can scan all the way around. But
right.
For a moment, he just kind of keeps his scanners in that direction until he's sure that the boar is gone.
Okay. So let's roll this real quick.
Helena just stares where he was at.
Well, chalk 2 up to the druid, getting rid of the animals without killing them.
That means no bacon.
You're asleep. Be quiet.
So
No, that was trap.
Yeah, and in his sleep, Thomas is just going, "Bacon, Thank you.
All right, so successfully run through your second watch without any further issues. Who's going to be taking the third shift?
I will.
Okay. Brydak and Light, if you will roll perception checks for me.
Man, the longer the night goes on, his perception gets worse.
Looks that way.
Right? Whoa!
Not as bad as yours.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Luckily enough, as the night goes on, Light, you continuously think you hear things. And Fridak, you hear absolutely nothing. You just watch Light buzz around over and over and over, trying to figure out where these noises are coming from. Unsure what it is he's looking for. However, night goes off without any issues. You guys didn't match anything.
So, with the exception of that, well, with that boar thing,
Mhm.
would Fridak still get a full 6 hours of rest in to be able to consider it a long rest?
You legitimately took 30 seconds to deal with that boar.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, it took you no time whatsoever to deal with that boar.
Mhm.
And then you've got one last shift. Who's taking the last one?
I suppose I will.
Okay. So I need perception checks from both of you.
Light, just go over there and kick him awake. Don't.
Brydak's perception has gotten terrible.
Well, that time it wasn't bad.
Frydak's perception has gotten terrible. I'm sorry, Roach's perception has gotten terrible.
Oh, that's not a perception check. Never
No.
mind. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you lucky dog, one off. Okay. All right, so the rest of your shift goes off without a hitch as well. No noises coming from the woods. Just a nice, relaxing shift, and you watch as the sun rises over the horizon. Shades of pink coming through the trees, and the day greets you. What
So,
would-
as his 6 hours gets up, right when his 6 hours gets up, Fridak is going to stand up. There's still a couple more hours of long rest left for them, right?
Mhm.
But Thomas is awake right now, right?
Right.
So Fridak is going to go back into the forest for a couple hours and commune with nature again.
Okay. All right, so you're able
In
to.
that 2 hour time period between me ending my century's rest and them getting their full 8 hours of rest.
Okay. So you're able to successfully go back out to your little hovel that you found and commune with nature further without anything coming after you.
Okay.
All right, and what would you all like to do in the morning?
Well, let's get a move on.
Yeah, about the time they're waking up, Fridak is going to come back to the forest, and then he'll start loading everything back onto the cart.
All right. In that case, I need somebody to roll a d4 for me.
Okay, and I need someone to roll a d20 for me. There we go. Thank you, Light. 18. That's a doozy. Okay.
For your weather for today, it's
what?
raining hail.
Yeah.
I heard that's a doozy, so
I heard that's
Yeah.
a doozy.
All right. So,
I'm casting Druidcraft
okay.
to predict the weather for the next 24 hours.
Okay. Well, you do.
I mean that's still not gonna change what the result is.
No, but it gives us a heads up of what it is.
Right. All right. So, it is 40 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than normal for the season.
Wait, huh?
Yeah. So it is a very, very warm day out. We're gonna say, let's see, location and time of the year. It's going to be in the 90s.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it's going to be in the 90s with a strong wind and a heavy rain.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what the humidity was, because 90s isn't bad if it's dry.
Right.
Amen
Heavy rain.
to that.
So what that does for us here is I'm going to need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh, that's not bad.
Okay.
That should be a plus. That should be a +2. So mine should be a total of 20.
Okay.
Mine should be a +0.
Hey,
Mine
yours
should
is
be
right.
a 9.
Should be a 9.
Nine.
Okay.
Oh, Elena's is a. She's a +0, so it's 4.
Oh, she has a 4. All right.
Ugh.
Okay. And is there anybody wearing medium or heavy armor?
Elena is.
I'm not.
Okay, so just
I
Elena.
have light armor, so I'm good.
Okay.
Elena is wearing chainmail.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because she already failed it. So she's going to take a point of exhaustion.
Cool.
One of the good things about being a librarian.
Right. Alright, exhausted level 1. Alright, so this is going to hinder travel a little bit. Yeah, it's going to make it a little bit slower due to the weather. So if I could get someone to roll a perception check for me. This will add about a half a day's travel.
Great.
All right. Matches.
Yeah, Friday did it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're good there. Nothing matched. All right, so going for the first half of the day, everything looks good other than the wonderful weather. I do need one more con saving throw from you guys for the second half of the day.
Ruh-roh. So Fridex is actually an 8, but I don't think that matters.
I'm gonna guess no.
Mine's 23.
Jeez. Okay.
Fridex got 8, Alina got 14.
Okay, and then Thomas, what is yours? Is a 0?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thomas, you've got a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I do. How do I do that?
In D&D Beyond, you'll on the right hand side of the page, you'll see a thing that says conditions. If you click on that, you'll get a whole thing on the right hand side. At the very bottom, there's exhaustion. Just click on the number 1. Boom.
Awesome.
Is Friedak exhausted as well?
Let's see here.
Did 8 clear it?
An 8 did clear it, barely.
Ew.
8 was what you needed to beat it. Okay, so I do need someone to make a perception check for me for the second half of the day.
Friedak will keep rolling him because he gets such a good bonus. Boosh. 27.
Don't take mine.
Plus 8, baby.
Your woods and their wisdom.
So good there. Nothing
Mm.
matches. So you do have a successful day of travel. It is not as far as you would have liked it to be. You get about a half a day's worth of travel out of today's work. Would you like to set up camp again, or would you like to continue pressing forward?
Has the weather improved?
At night?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Friedak would like to set up camp.
Okay, roll a d4 for me.
Oops.
Slash roll.
Yeah, I know. I missed.
Also, on the left-hand side, you can click the picture of the dice.
Yeah, I know. It was just quicker to type.
Okay, yes, weather has improved. That's 3 2s. That's both of y'all rolled a 2, and I rolled a 2 on my d4 right here. So, yes, weather has improved. Okay, so you are making camp or continuing on?
Friedak would very much like to make camp.
I'm good with that.
I'm good
Wow,
with it.
today's been exhausting.
Yeah, I think we do kind of need to, because we've got what, 2 people with exhaustion.
2 people with points of exhaustion, yes.
Yeah, so I think we definitely need to make camp.
Okay. Anything you want to do at camp before resting?
Friedak again is going to, as soon as we make camp, he's going to go off into the forest and try to find a place to commune with nature.
Okay.
Again, I might try to find dinner.
All right, both of you perception checks then. Actually, let's make a survival check for you, Thomas.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
And for my berry hunt.
Mm.
Yes. So.
Actually, berry and animal hunt.
Yeah, you would not have found any berries at this location. However, you do get to bring back a handful of pears.
Ooh.
Yes.
We do have that jerky if...
Yeah, we do have
Yes.
rations.
There are rations from whenever you guys did the dragon hunt. Thomas,
He said that I got enough for 5 people.
Yeah, you
Well,
got enough.
Friedak doesn't...
Yeah, Friedak don't eat, so...
All right.
We have 2 weeks of rations.
Thomas,
That
with
last-
a 6, you would not have been able to locate any creatures.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately.
figured.
Also, Friedak, with a natural 1,
Yeah.
you do find a place to commune with nature. However, whenever you
Really?
sit down,
Oh no.
you find a giant ant's nest that you think is a functional chair.
Oh.
Ants or termites?
I'm being nice. They're ants.
Stop giving him ideas.
I didn't need the ideas. But yeah. So let's see. We're gonna do 10.
Termites wouldn't do him any good anyways.
Well, he's made out of ironwood, so technically, sort of.
I mean, those
Alright.
have to be some pretty gnarly
Or me.
termites.
Yeah.
So, it does take you 3 rounds to notice that you're being covered in ants. Because of your nature, no damage. But you're going to be picking them out of your system for a while.
Oh, goody.
More friends.
Right? Alright, so you do have fruit, you've got rations, and you have a bug-infected robot.
So eventually, Frydek comes back through the forest, and as you guys sit around the campfire, he's just sitting there very angry and annoyed with himself, just picking ants off of himself all over the place. He's trying his best not to squish them, but because he's a 7-foot tall robot, he doesn't really know his power. He kills most of them.
Mouse is gonna help pick him off.
Oh, goody!
Can
Now we
I-
got some gorillas in the mist action happening with Mouse picking nits off of him.
I would just like to applaud Bodhi right now. That's all.
Alright, anything else anyone would like to do before you rest for the night? No? Alright, so who's going to be taking the first shift?
Like always, Frydek goes into his sentry mode.
Yeah, same rotation maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do same rotation.
Alright. So go ahead and make perception checks for me.
I can't roll a perception to save my life.
Well, the good thing about your perception checks are you have to match me to be able to spawn something, and then your perception roll tells me if you spot it. Alright, so Frydek keeps a good eye out while Mouse continues to pick bugs off of him, looking up every once in a while.
She's pretty occupied with it.
Right. The first couple hours go off without a hitch. There's no issues out in the woods, just the occasional bug working its way across Frydek's face. Alright, so the next shift, if I can have you roll perception for me.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So, second shift, you're able to stay up and look around. You hear the occasional hoot of an owl, occasional growl of an animal, but they all seem to be far enough out in the distance that you don't have to worry about them. And the next 2 hours pass without issue. Alright, next set of perception checks. Okay. Alright, so once again, there are noises out in the woods, but all of them are far enough away to where you don't have to worry about things encroaching on camp. You're able to stay up and relax, chat a little bit with the robot that is in sentry mode and not responding to you. Opportunities for pranks and things like that are also available.
Shut up, Beard.
Alright, and our last set of perception checks. Why that sounds like you wanted to do something.
Oh, I'm going to do it as I'm going to sleep.
Okay. All right. So, what are you doing as you're going to sleep?
Prestidigitation.
Okay. And what are you doing with the prestidigitation?
I'm going to make musical notes dance around Frydak's head.
Okay. Friday, give me one more perception roll. A little bit of distraction going on. All right.
I had to roll disadvantage on the last one because of his distraction.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it was just an extra one, and if it matched any of them, it would have spawned something. All right. So that last shift, once again, the sunlight rises through the trees. You can see on the horizon the plains that you're going to be traveling through over the next few days. And the morning is yours. What do you all want to do?
Again, as soon as his century shift ends, he's going to go off in a different direction than the last time. I'm trying to find a new place to commune with nature that doesn't have an anthill in it.
All right, give me a perception check.
Come on. That's better.
23. Okay, so yes, you're able to find a place out in the fields now that it's brighter outside that does not have an ant or termite hill waiting. You sit down on a rock and commune with nature for the last couple of hours.
Okay.
All right, what would you all like to do now? Also, your exhaustion points are gone because you got a full rest.
Yay.
It's now morning.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a quick look around and see if I can find breakfast.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
If he's hunting, wouldn't that be survival?
It depends on what he's. What are you looking for exactly? As far as breakfast.
Generally, I'm more of a hunter type person, so I would.
Okay,
I'd be
then
trying
let's
to
do
hunt
it.
down
Let's do a
breakfast.
survival check then. Investigations for like trying to find fruit and other things around. Okay, so 15. Let's see. So you're on the border of the. All right, so you would have with a 15, you'd be able to find a small flock of pheasant.
Okay. I'm going to try to shoot at least one of them.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and roll your attack on that. Natural 20, you get 2 of them.
Well, alrighty. So I then go ahead and prepare those.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that just came through for me.
Yeah, it was slow for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, natural 20, you get 2 of them. You're like, all right, I'll go ahead and prepare those. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it took a minute.
Wow.
Got it.
All right. So yeah, you knock your arrow and line up. Wait until one walks in front of the other, and you draw back and let that steel arrow that you bought fly true, and it pierces both of them. So you have 2 pheasants, which is about 5 pounds of meat. Very nice.
So about the time he cooks up breakfast, Frydek is going to come back from his little nature walk and start helping to pack up camp.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll help Frydek pack up.
I'm gonna fly up and check the area ahead from what I can see.
Okay. What are you looking for exactly?
Just what the condition of everything is. Whether or not it's going to be a difficult ride.
Okay, so you're basically attempting to see what it looks like ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your d4. Three. Okay. And roll a 20. Right. All right, so you do look ahead, and you see that there are some overcast skies, and you can see some slight rainfall up ahead. Nothing too rough, nothing that would delay unless it starts to downpour later. But ahead of you, it's a clear path through fields with just a slight drizzle.
I'm going to cast my druid craft to see if this is going to continue throughout the day.
Okay. So it will not continue all the way through the day. You've got about 4 hours of it.
So we ready to pack up and get on the road?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I finish cooking these up, we can get on out of here.
Okay, while he's cooking and finishing and eating, I'm gonna still pick ants off of me.
All right.
And obviously, I'll divvy up the meat to whoever wants some.
Okay. Who else taking the meat?
Mouse will take some.
I'll take some.
some.
Alina will take some.
All right. So you all eat pheasant and any rations that you want. You should have leftovers based off of 5 pounds of meat, unless there are just people that are really hungry this morning. And you load up, and the road's before you. Are you traveling out immediately, or do you want to do anything else before embarking?
I'm good to move.
Yeah, I don't think we have a reason to stick around.
Okay. In that case, need somebody
This is
to
our
roll.
third day of travel, right?
It is, which is the equivalent of 2.5 days because of your second day.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. So you are a day and a half out. You've already rolled the Light's already
sorry.
rolled that, so we're good on that. Which you're lucky because 4 triggers all 3.
Huh. Awesome.
All right. So I do need somebody to roll a d20 for me. Okay.
Now I roll a 20.
All right. So the first portion of the day, travel along the road. Nice, clear, other than a slight drizzle, which is welcome after the heat that you went through yesterday. Right. And then one more 20 for me.
Come on, 15-2 or 17.
Now you're rooting against us.
Well,
Wow.
all right. So that is another day in the books of travel without any issues. Nothing has snuck up and attacked you. You've not had to worry about excessive weather. You do
So
get
we're
a
spending one night on the road, and then we have about a half day's travel left until we get there.
correct.
So what you're saying is it's dinner time.
Right. So you have the option of making camp or continuing on. So perception of 15. You would absolutely be able to find something to prey on out there. Let's see.
And then if we're stopping to make camp, Friday is once again going to trundle off and try to commune with nature.
Okay, go ahead and
If anyone's opposed, I can argue that, but I would definitely push for making camp.
all right. So you're
Okay.
able to. It's easy enough to find somewhere out in the fields. Everything looks the same out here, for the most
Okay.
part. So you just see Friedak wander off and sit down out in the middle of the field, in plain view of the entire party because of how flat the terrain is. Thomas, you're able to find. Let's see, with an 11, you're able to find a handful of lizards.
Did you say lizards?
Lizards, yes.
Mhm.
Handful of lizards. It's not the best food, but it's there. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no, you rolled the 15. You rolled the 15. I thought you rolled the 11. No, you would actually find an elk then with that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, right there.
Mm.
Oh.
Didn't even ask, just straight up. All right. So yeah, that would hit. Go ahead and roll your damage on it.
Ooh.
Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting.
Ooh. Okay. So, so your arrow pierces the side of this elk. It does start to charge your direction. You're welcome to make another attack before it gets to you. It does have a speed of 60 feet, though. Okay, go ahead and roll your next damage. So that's a total of 15 so far. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, as it's now in range.
Can we see this happening?
That's a good
Or is he
question.
far away?
How far out would you have traveled in search for food?
I mean, that depends on how far out it took me to travel to find something.
Okay, let's roll this one. You're able to find it. Relatively quickly, actually. It looks like about 200 meters from camp is where you set up. So whoever's looking at him, roll a perception check for me. Okay, so yeah, you would be able to spot him being charged by this giant elk. 20, okay.
20 plus what? Really don't matter.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, technically it would be 24, but yeah.
All right. If anybody wants to attempt to help him, you're welcome to also join the initiative roll.
Okay.
That would be 9.
All right.
Not very ambitious over there.
Nope. All right. So, Trap,
You
you
know.
get the first move here.
Shoot at it again. Oh.
13 just misses.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, you still have your movement and your bonus action.
Okay, how close is it to me at this point?
So this one, I had you roll initiative whenever it got within 60 feet.
Okay, well, I guess. I guess I'll go ahead and run 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
Towards the group, I guess, if that's away from it.
Yeah, that is away from it. Okay, so that'll put you at 90 feet from the elk, which actually puts you out of range of it. Next up is Light with Mouse on deck. You're about 200 meters away from him, so
200?
yeah.
Is that something I can hit with my short bow?
What's the range on the short bow?
8320.
Yes. Let's see. So 1 meter is 3.2 feet. So you are currently out of range. But what is your fly speed?
30.
30? Okay, so it would take you a couple of rounds to get in range. Unless you dashed. In which case you could probably be in range next round.
Hold on.
If you had a longbow, it would reach.
Yeah. 60 feet. 120 feet. You said 200 meters?
200 meters, so about 600 feet. 620 feet.
56.
Wait, do I have dash? Or is dash just an
Dash
action?
is just something you can do, and instead of doing an action, you can choose to dash.
Okay,
Mouse, you're on deck after this.
I'm gonna dash out that way.
Okay. So next round you will be in range to attack.
How much? So that's 60.
Right, that's 60 feet, and then you can move 30 feet and be in range next round.
Okay.
All right, Mouse, you're up.
Okay, so I can actually do feline agility, which doubles my movement speed till the end of turn. That's 60 feet. And then I can dash after that.
for a total of 120 feet.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that would double the dash as well.
It
So I think
does.
it would. So yeah, I can move a total of 120 feet this turn. And I also have a short bow, which I don't think is going to be enough.
It will be enough on your next turn
Yeah.
because of the dash. That does take your action.
Yeah.
But you are officially in range to back him up. It's now the elk's turn, which it's going to use its 60 foot of speed to continue to charge towards towards Thomas, sorry. Which brings us to Helena's turn
Oh, goody.
with Thomas on deck.
My javelin won't reach, so all I can do is run towards him.
Okay. You gonna dash as well?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Thomas, brings us to your turn. With with light on
Do
deck.
it again.
Do it again. 17, that does hit. $11 piercing damage. Alright. And let me just check one last thing here. Okay. So you fire your arrow out from your longbow, it sticks, and this thing's starting to look like a pincushion. It's got 3 arrows sticking out of it so far. But it's still coming at you.
Right. Well, I run 30 feet away, but that does put me 60 feet away, which
That puts you exactly
means it will
60
catch
feet
me
away.
next time.
Right. Okay. Which brings us to Light.
Okay, so if I use my 30 feet, will I be within?
Yes, you will.
Will I be within 120 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna move the 30 feet towards it. And then I'm gonna fire a magic missile.
Okay. So 4 force damage there. Okay. What else would you like to do? Oh wait, that's 3 of those, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 12 damage.
Okay.
And then I still have a bonus action left, right?
Yes, you do.
Oops.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not sure
so
what
I'm
Thomas is
going to. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 of my sorcery points to use my meta magic quicken spell and use magic missile again.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. That'll do it. How do you want to kill this elk?
I'm sending my shots for the chest.
Okay. So you all watch this giant elk charge at Thomas, and he's just pumping arrows into this elk, trying to take it down. All of you come running through to try and help him, and Light pumps 6 magic missiles into this giant elk, who drops and slides directly at the feet of Thomas. And you have dinner.
Well, I guess we can help carry it back at least.
Right.
I gotta go help my dad real quick. If
Okay.
it comes to it, can you roll perception checks for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. So I go ahead and we take the elk back, and I'll go ahead and gut it and prepare it. I'll cook up a serving for everyone, and do my best to make jerky out of the rest of it.
All right. So you set up a smoker for the night to make jerky out of the remainder of the elk. You make a healthy serving for everyone that wants it. Who all is taking a serving?
Mouse will.
I will.
All right.
With our rations, what's the life on those?
So those are jerky. They'll last for several months. And you're adding to
So
the
the-
jerky now.
Okay.
Mhm.
So would it be a better idea to eat my serving with the jerky and let him smoke my serving?
It would keep a little longer, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
That's smart.
Okay. Anything you all want to talk about at the campfire while you eat?
Oh, Thomas, tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell. Just out here exploring, trying to find relics.
What about you, Mel?
Mouse is trying to find a friend.
And you, Light?
Oh, I'm just looking for fun.
Guess that's how Friday got here, huh?
Yeah, the giant log chased me, thinking I was a butterfly.
All right. So, with some basic introductions made between a lot of you, you go ahead and set up camp. I'm assuming it's going to be Friday. What's the order again?
Same as before.
Yeah, we can keep doing that. That's fine.
All right. Get his perception. It's a +8. Goodness gracious. Okay, so it's 2. All right. So Friday rolled a 27. Get this going real quick.
Even if he rolled a 1, he'd still roll higher than I did.
This is true. Ooh.
Better than my one.
Yeah.
This is true. Okay, so
kind of want to wait on Friday to come back for this one. And we're going to use the same map here. I need to.
So we did make it through the night.
Not this time.
How much further do we have to go?
A dragon attacks.
Half a day.
Half a day's worth.
Yay.
Yeah, you're not that far off. No, not
I
not,
hope,
not
I
like
hope
that.
you meant it for our destination.
Yeah, from the destination.
The mama dragon comes looking for her kid.
No, nothing like that. So, Mouse, as you're hanging out with Frydak, you notice that Frydak's head starts to turn as he sees a glow from just outside of camp.
Glow?
Yeah, a glow.
What color is it?
It's a yellow glow.
I'm gonna move about here and see if I can investigate further to see if I can figure out what's
All right, roll an investigation check.
the strongest of suits. 15 is not too bad.
She's gonna follow close behind him.
Okay. All right. So you see a floating orb of light, and then you see a second one, and then they fade in and out, illuminating the terrain around them.
Let's see here.
Mouse wants to try to catch one.
Okay.
Are we catching?
Yeah, I'm gonna go closer and investigate further.
Okay. How close are you getting?
Right there. Maybe like, let's say 30 or 40 feet away from.
30 or 40 feet away? Okay. And Mouse, you're
Yes.
going to attempt to go catch one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and I guess roll an attack to see if you can attempt to catch this. Also, you would need to be up here to do it.
I'm gonna get my claw attack, so I'll just use that. Okay.
19. You have a -1 to your claws?
Well, it's strength based.
Okay. So that's a crit. That does hit.
I'm not trying to like attack it, I'm just trying to catch it.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to hurt it, I mean.
So you do reach out and wrap your hands around this light orb. And the light color changes from yellow to blue. Go ahead and drag these out.
The color changes on both of them to blue?
Yes. So the one in her hand starts to glow blue. The one that is not in her hands starts to glow blue after the first one does.
When I see them churn from yellow to blue, I want to say something in Sylvan. And I just want to say, who are you? Or what are you?
Okay. Let's see here. see which is it new in life. And Sylvan, it does not respond. Neither of them respond.
Okay.
That being said, you've captured this thing. We're going to. That is a 16 to hit.
To me?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
No D8s for you.
Alright, so that is 8 points of lightning damage as the thing
Fun.
bursts out of your hands, and you see the form of a skull inside of this pulsing blue light. And
The
with that,
second that it,
go ahead.
can I do something the second that it attacked her, or do I have to wait for a like a initiative? Or
I'll let you do it. What do you have in mind?
I'm gonna cast Frostbite.
Frostbite?
Yep, on the one that she tried to catch and that zapped her.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't try to catch it. I did catch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in
She
my
went-
hands.
She caught and then it zapped her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Frostbite on it, and it is target must make a Constitution saving throw. The save is a 16. On a failed save, it takes.
Natural 2.
Oh, it's not letting me roll any damage. It takes 6 cold damage. And then when I hit it with that, I'll say, "Leave her alone."
Okay. In common?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now I need everyone to roll initiative.
Everyone, or just the people that are awake?
Just the 2 that are awake.
Whoops.
It's alright. Okay, so
That's at my initiative is actually 11.
And how loud are they being?
well, there was lightning damage. I don't know if she yelled out or anything, or I know Frydek yelled, "Leave her alone." I'll let him judge how loud he was.
Well, Mouse would have probably let go and hissed at the thing.
And then whenever it attacked Mouse, Frydek would be pretty loud. That's his buddy. You're not touching her.
Okay.
So he probably would have been pretty loud when he said that. Frydek is very protective of Mouse.
Would that have woken me up?
I would say yes. At this point, it would have.
Okay.
They're gonna get one round before that happens. Let's see here. Go ahead and put their names on here. Okay, so we're gonna start with Frydek with
Yeah.
Mouse on deck.
For initiative?
Yes. Sorry,
Mine?
Mouse. Flip those.
Yeah,
Mouse
I was gonna
first,
say.
and then Frydek.
I was real confused.
I was too, apparently.
So she'll just attack with her rapier. Nope.
Okay. That does not hit. It.
Yeah, I figure.
You swing at it, and it goes invisible, and you just hit air. All right.
Just gonna disengage and back up
Okay.
where Frydek is.
All right, Frydek, you're up.
Good plan. Thank you for disengaging. Because Frydek is going to cast Ice Knife. Let's see here. It's not letting me do anything.
I don't like it.
Okay, so this is gonna be I roll a d20 plus 8. Whoa. Alright. So 19, 11, 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay, so the d10 doesn't happen. But I'm casting this at second level, not first level. So at second level, the d10 misses, but then the shard explodes, and both of them take. Let's see here. They must succeed at a dexterity saving throw, which the dex is going to be 16.
It's going to be, I'm sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Both of the creatures have to take do a dexterity saving throw. The pass is a 16,
16.
or else they take 6 cold damage.
Okay, they both take 6 cold damage. I rolled a 5 and a 3 with their plus 9. Still doesn't pass.
Wait, what?
All right.
And then, hold on, I think I still have a bonus action. Never mind. Your craft is an action. What do I have that's a bonus action?
That is a good question.
As a bonus action, can I just yell back to everybody, "Wake up"?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's what I'll do.
All right, at that point,
Alarm! Alarm!
at that point, everybody else roll initiative.
Did you catch my 11?
I did. Okay.
By the way, I don't like Red Baron's commentary.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. All right. Who are we missing here? We're missing Thomas, and we're missing Alina.
I think Thomas had rolled earlier.
Oh.
Okay.
I think he'll take that one.
So that's what, a 24?
Yeah. I forget, for whatever reason, when I roll it in the beyond 20, I have to then click back on roll 20 or it doesn't show up.
Okay. And then, Roach, you are playing as Alina.
Okay. Yep. Let's see here. Alina's is going to be add 3 to that, so it's 16.
All right. So at top of the round is Thomas, followed by Mouse.
All right. So there's how many are there of these?
Actually,
2.
before we get there, I did not give the will-o-wisp their turn. So we're gonna start with the first one, which is going to fly over to Frydak and is going to use. It's going to use a shock attack on him. That's 12.
Shocking.
That'll miss.
Okay. The second is going to do the same. It's going to come down here, and it's going to also attack Frydak. And same roll. Okay, so both of them miss. All right, now it's Thomas's turn.
All right. Silly question. Can I start with a bonus action?
Yeah. Start
Cool.
with bonus action, whatever you want to do.
Great. I'm going to go ahead and cast my Hunter's Mark.
Okay. On which one?
Which. Well, Hunter's Mark actually. Oh wait. Yes. I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Mark on the top guy.
This one here?
Yeah, that one there.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then how far? I probably should try to get. There's not really a great. Yeah, there's not really a great place for me to move, so I'm just gonna shoot from here.
Okay.
Trying to hit that guy.
Okay.
But I'm also going to use what's it called? What spell? It's
What does it do?
basically it lets me attack the other guy because he's within 5 feet of the other one.
Okay.
Horde Breaker. I'm gonna use Horde Breaker.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna shoot at that guy. Ugh.
Okay, a 13. 13 misses, unfortunately. Let me take a quick look here.
Okay.
So you do. You make. Let's see.
When you make a weapon attack, you can make another weapon.
Against the same against a different creature that's within 5 feet of the original target.
Yeah, it doesn't say I have to have made the attack.
Right.
I mean,
you
been
roll.
successful rather.
Right.
Okay.
So you'll roll.
So I missed that
attack
guy.
The other one.
Oh no, that didn't work.
A natural one. Luckily, you've got steel arrows, so it just flies off into the distance but doesn't shatter. Anything else you would like to attempt to do?
No.
Okay.
No, that'll be it.
Alright, that brings us to Mouse with Alina on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna go after this one.
The one directly in front of you?
Yeah. 21.
Yes, Friedak. Mouse, that does hit. So go ahead and roll your damage on that.
Does that, and then I get sneak attack. Since I'm right next to Friedak.
Right now is 2, I believe. Alright, so 8, 3.
And I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Okay. Alright, so you swipe out at this creature, and as you hit, your blade goes, or I'm sorry, that's a claw attack, correct?
No, it was rapier.
Okay. Your rapier cuts through, but you meet next to no resistance. It does look like it takes damage, but not as much as you would have expected.
Ah.
Okay. That brings us to Alina with Friedak on deck. So we're gonna go back to back.
Okay, so Alina is going to. So she has 25 feet of movement, so that's going to get her about there.
Okay.
I can't move her.
I took care of it.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, thank you.
Take your time. I know you're not familiar with this character.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see. She would have. I didn't choose it. So I don't know if she took javelin. She was using javelins the other day, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah.
She was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me just make one quick change here.
Okay.
Boop. Yeah, she's gonna throw a javelin.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Which one are you
That's
attacking?
12. That's gonna doesn't matter.
Oh, sure.
That one. We'll say that one.
Okay.
So that's a 12. That's probably not gonna hit.
All right. So you watch as this creature vanishes before your eyes, and the javelin just goes straight through the space it was in, and then it reappears.
Okay, so I know that this is gonna look like I'm helping out myself, but so far I'm the only one who attacked. So I'm going to cast Shield of Faith, Rydek.
Okay.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, which the range is 60, granting it a +2 bonus to their AC for the duration, and the duration is up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So Rydek is gonna have Shield of Faith on him,
Okay.
and that's all she can do at that point.
Right. So that brings it to you with light on deck after that.
Okay, so Frydek is getting really ticked off at this guy right here, and he's going to use one of his brand new fancy powers, and he's going to touch this thing, and he's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
On this one here?
Which, yes, on the top, this one right here. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Try. Oh. I'm trying to refresh my D&D Beyond page because it's not letting me do anything, not even attacks or anything like that.
Yeah, it's they're having issues between two of them. So let's see here.
Let's try this again. Okay, so let's just roll a d20 here. Add a +8, 12. Still not gonna hit.
No.
Awesome. And with a bonus action, he's just gonna say screw it, and he's going to wild shape into. Can you put a? Let's do a direwolf.
Direwolf? Absolutely.
Yeah. And then that's the end of his turn.
Alright, so that's going to be the end of your turn, or are you going to try
Yep.
and move? Okay.
No.
Light, you're up with Helena on deck. Or Helena, sorry.
Yay.
What to do, what to do.
What to do indeed.
I'm gonna draw my bow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. 18. Just misses.
Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, I know, right? Goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. You do still have your bonus action, though. So what else would you like to do?
So can't do that. want to fight is here.
Okay.
Or not here, there.
All right. And what are we doing?
Acid splash.
Okay.
It's going to be on both of them since they're within 5 feet of each other.
Okay. Dex save. Okay. Dex save of 14. So Will-O-Wisp number 1 here fails. Okay. And Will-O-Wisp number 2 succeeds. Plus 7. With the 7 plus 9. Alright, so you do manage to hit the Will-O-Wisp that is currently above Roach, or attacking Friday. Is there anything else you want to try and do with your turn?
No.
Okay. In that case, it's Helena's turn with the Will-O-Wisps on deck.
I already know that I can't do anything to this thing. I'll move up.
Okay.
And I will throw my javelin because that's all I can do.
Okay. 20. That hits. Alright, which one were you throwing at?
One in front of Friday.
Okay. So Will-O-Wisp number 1, and that.
Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Ignore
So
that.
it's showing 8 piercing damage there.
No, that was for my great axe.
That was for the javelin that you threw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went whenever you threw the initial attack. Okay, so that Will-O-Wisp is starting to flicker in and out of vision. It's starting to look really rough. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Okay, so that does bring it to the Will-O-Wisp's turn. I'm going to start with the first one here, which, after being hit by that javelin, it is going to make its way towards you. That will get an attack of opportunity from Frydek.
Okay.
That's
20.
a 20. That hits.
Oh,
So then,
goodness.
let's see here. 12 points of piercing damage, I think. Yes. And the target has to succeed on DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Actually, it doesn't. As the direwolf bites down on this Will-O-Wisp flying past it, it melts in its mouth like an M&M and just completely dissolves. So that one is now gone. Alright, so that one did not get its opportunity to attack.
So as a dire wolf, I'll kind of lick my lips and just kind of, you know that thing that dogs do when they're confused where they cock their head? What?
Good job, Friday.
Alright, seeing this other Will-O-Wisp is going to roll an attack against the wolf, though.
Yep.
Which is a 9, which also misses.
Normally the dire wolf has an AC of 14, but because of the Shield of Faith is up to a 16 now.
In frustration, this one is going to attempt to get away from the rest of the group and is going to seek a new target, which does draw an attack of opportunity from Mouse. The dire wolf has already rolled its attack. So,
Okay.
14.
so that unfortunately does miss.
This seems like such a dire situation.
And with that, it is
Fire.
Thomas's turn, with Mouse on deck.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move my favored or my whatever
Right.
over there, and I'm gonna go ahead and then attack it.
Okay. Also, what is your favorite enemy?
Giants.
Giants.
Mm.
Okay.
What on earth
Is
just
it, is it
happened?
I don't know. It's not coming through for us yet.
I've been having. You may just have to roll a d20 and roll 20 itself, and then.
I don't wanna. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I think I should roll it in D20.
Do it.
All right. So unfortunately, that does miss.
It misses.
And then I'll disengage a bit. What do we got?
All right. So that ends Thomas's turn, unless you want to do. Well, you've already moved over with a bonus action. So that brings us to Mouse with Alina on deck.
So she's actually going to use a cantrip.
Okay.
Chill touch. Oh wait, I don't know. Hold on.
I think you have to be within.
Yeah, no, I don't
It's
think I set it
120
up properly.
feet. That's
It's a attack. Hold on.
range 120
Really,
feet.
I didn't know that was.
Mm-hmm. Spell
Very
save
cool.
DC of 12.
Wait, is it? No, I think it's. I make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
So. Oh gosh, terrible.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah, I think I missed.
Rough rolls tonight. You know, a lot
A
of
bit, yeah.
a lot of low ones. All right. So unfortunately, once again, that one does miss. You reach out with that chilled touch, ghostly skeletal hand, and the will-o-wisp slips through the fingers of it right before you let the chill fly through it. Is there anything else you want to do? That was a cantrip, so you do still have your action.
What would that was an action. Using that as an action.
Oh, it's listed as an action. Oh yeah, casting time
Yeah.
one action. Yeah. Usually
Yeah, so,
cantrips are bonuses.
It depends on the cantrip.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay, so that brings us to Alina and then Frydak.
So Alina is going to. Let me just double check the. I think. Yeah, she's gonna move right up to it. That's exactly 25 feet, which is what she needs. And then she's going to hit it with her mace.
Okay.
See if it hits first. No, it does not. Let's see here. Let me look at bonus action. She has 2-weapon fighting, and she has I put down a mace and a morning star.
Okay.
So she's gonna try to hit with the morning star.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Wow.
So she's going to do nothing.
Oh man. All right. So that brings us to Frydak with Light on deck.
All right. So Frydak, in wolf form, is going to run down, and now that Alina is right there, he gets pack tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So he has advantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
So we're going to try 20.
That hits.
But I'm gonna take advantage of the pack tactic, see if I can crit. Come on! Nope. Alright, so I don't crit, but I still do some damage, so we're gonna do 12 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Yep, and DC 13 strength saving throw.
All right. 13 on strength. Ooh.
So it does
Alright.
pass the strength saving. Oh,
That's
does
a-
it pass the strength saving throw?
That is a natural 12 on the strength saving throw with a -5.
Oh gosh. So yeah, it's knocked prone.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that as
I don't know if
knockdown.
will-o-wisps can be knocked prone, but
Actually, no, they cannot.
there you go.
So it is not knocked prone.
But it does still take 12 points of
Yes.
piercing damage.
Yes, and it
You
is
probably
and
get
that is-
low to the ground.
That
right,
is it for Frydek.
and it is flickering in and out of existence. It's Lightlight's turn now with Helena on deck.
Hmm. You said it's flickering?
Yes, it looks like it's barely able to hold its form. Okay. So was that an 8 to hit?
Um,
I think that might be your damage.
I think, yeah, that's the damage if it does
I think
hit.
that is the same issue I had with mine.
So, and I need to roll a d20 for.
Yes.
D20 plus your spell attack bonus.
Crit, 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 crit.
d20 plus 6.
D20 plus 6. Wow.
Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1.
That hits.
Oh!
That works.
That hit.
Well, I still got 2 more.
Well, you won't need them. He
You
had
won't need it.
you literally down to 1 hit point.
I'm pushing for it though.
That one only
Oh
hit.
well.
So there you go.
I think, Beard can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you only need the 1 to hit.
Right. It's just 1 to hit.
And then you do 2d6 per ray that you hit them with. But you still is like you could that 24 would have allowed you to hit with all 3 rays.
Let's just make a ranged spell attack for each ray.
Yeah, for each ray.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Yeah. For
Then
each
never
ray
mind,
on a
forget
hit,
I
the
said
target takes
anything.
2d6. Yeah. Okay, so Lightlight, how do you want to take out this will-o-wisp?
I ramp up and I push the scorching ray towards the will-o-wisp, aiming for the skull that's behind the flame.
Nice. So Lightlight flies up and puts his hand out, and you just see the scorching ray come out and disintegrate this skull, narrowly buzzing over the top of the dire wolf and going out into the distance. And with that, you guys are out of combat. Congratulations on taking out the will-o-wisps.
I feel very accomplished myself.
Mouse
Alright,
should
so,
not have tried to catch the light.
Frydek is gonna revert back to regular form.
I want to look around and see if there's anybody around.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay, so all right, so looking around, everything looks clear. You don't see any more floating orbs. You don't see anybody wandering around.
Oop, oop.
So I guess Frydek is gonna go back over here and then go back into sentry mode.
All right. So that ends that round of perception checks. If I can get the next group.
What round of what
That was the first
shift was
watch.
that?
That was the
just the
first
watch.
watch.
That was the first watch, yeah.
I mean, really, I think we should just all sleep and Frydek should just do all of it by himself.
There's the crit.
Um,
I finally got a crit on a perception check.
Oh gosh.
Yes?
All right.
oh,
Your name's
Did
Gosh?
it match up again?
Yes?
no,
No,
stop it.
you are good this time. So you're able to to make it through this watch without any problems. No more surprises.
Oh, Helena didn't want to. Oh, I got to roll for me because I didn't go to sleep after that.
Okay.
Maybe. Hey.
All right. So, still good.
Ah, good.
So no issues throughout the second watch. Who's taking third?
I think we're just gonna let Frydek handle it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's rolls to match up.
Watch, he rolls a 1.
I tell Frydek as I pass by him that I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Well, Frydek hears you but doesn't respond.
Yes,
He
yes.
sees what's going on, but he doesn't say anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Third watch goes well, and last watch.
That be you, Thomas. Are you sleeping or just letting Frydek do it?
I think he
Oh,
said he was going to let.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I can.
It's up to you.
That was real close. All right. So you all make it through this last watch without any more hiccups. You've got a full night's rest, and the sun shines over the horizon. The morning is yours.
And once again, as soon as 6 hours are up, he's going to go off into the forest to commune with nature before everybody else wakes up.
All right. So, what are the rest of you doing?
I forgot to turn that off for Alina a while ago. Oh, here's my perception for communing with nature.
He
All right.
definitely is communing with nature.
Yes, absolutely. He's communing with nature. You watch as a butterfly comes and lands on his head.
I guess I'll check on the jerky.
Okay. So, watching overnight, give me a survival check. I want to see how well you made the smoker.
Ooh.
Well, I'd say it's serviceable jerky. Most of the moisture's out. It looks like it'll last a couple of months.
Okay. How much? How much would you say I made?
Well,
Yeah.
how big of a helping did you make for dinner for everyone?
I mean, just kind of a standard helping of meat. Nothing outrageous.
Okay, so about a pound each, or less.
Go with a pound. That's a bit much, but yeah,
That's
we
a
were.
lot of meat.
For some people.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Light ate an entire pound of meat.
This is okay.
Doubled his weight.
He
It's
doubled his
not double
weight.
his weight. He's small, not tiny.
I'm exaggerating.
Um.
Um,
Okay, so in that case, after cleaning and making that, you're probably looking at about 2 weeks worth of rations worth of jerky.
okay.
Nice.
So now we're up to 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. You guys are actually doing really, really well. If I can get a D4 roll.
I don't do that anymore. Last time I rolled it, bad things happened. Oh, you both did it.
No.
All
Aww.
right. I need a
All right, so
D20
the last
roll.
half a day. The last half a day takes us another week.
11. Oh, you lucky dogs. All right. So with an
I
11,
like them.
with an 11, it is normal temperature for the season. Just under the cap for no wind, and just under the cap for no rain. All right. So it is a nice clear day. Perfect for
It's
travel.
a half day's travel from Crest.
Yeah, you're only about a half day's travel.
So when I get back from communing with nature, I'll help everyone start packing up the wagon so that we can get moving.
All right. Anything anyone else wants to do before you leave?
I don't think so.
All right.
Here before
And once
more
again,
weeks.
as we're riding, Frydek is going to continue to pick ants off of himself.
All right. As you're riding, continuing to pick ants off, you start to work your way across the coast. You start to see the shore again, and you see a small town surrounded by a wooden fence. As you make your way in, you're greeted by an older gentleman in his 50s. One that is a familiar face. He's got cropped, curled auburn hair, gray eyes, rough pockmarked tan skin, calloused hands, and a tattoo of a snake on his right arm. You recognize Adrian Borelli from the pits, the tournament that you fought in.
Oh,
Yes.
He does not seem to recognize you, though. He shows up with arms open wide. You must be the crew that's here to take these scoundrels back to the town.
Frydek is just going to wave and say, "Fake murder!"
No, I assure you, what they've done is entirely real murder. They are being sent back to be judged for the death of one of our locals, one of the woodcutters, and his entire family. So, if you don't mind, please do take this seriously. We'll help you load them up. Is there any provision that you would need for the trip? Do you need a night's rest before you leave? Is there anything we can do for you before you head out?
What kind of security are we worried about with these bugbears?
Security? You mean in
Like, are they likely to escape the cages?
Oh, that's highly unlikely. These cages are very solid. The only thing we would have to worry about would be their friends coming and attempting to break them free from it, which is entirely possible. Um, they're savages. They have no respect for the law.
How certain are you they killed the locals?
We found them with one of the locals' brooches on their person.
I've definitely looted some dead
But
bodies.
no proof they did it other than that.
We did find hair at the side of the body. The brooch belonged to the gentleman that was killed. It was in their area. There were a lot of things that pointed towards them. Proximity, bugbear hair at the site, and then one of them actually having one of his possessions.
So have they started loading the cages onto the wagon yet?
And not until you give the go-ahead on it.
I have a
Do we-
D&D question. Bugbears, are they...
They're goblinoids.
So are they intelligent creatures? Are they sentient?
They are.
They're sentient, yeah.
Okay. Did they confess?
No, they did not confess. No one is going to confess to a crime knowing that they're going to most likely be executed.
But we're taking them back for trial, not for an execution.
Right. I mean, it's a formality, but yes, it is for an actual trial.
So has anyone talked to them?
We've attempted
I-
to talk to them a little bit, but most of the time they're just denying that they did it and asking to go back home.
Can we investigate the site?
You're more than welcome to investigate the site. The site is outside of town about 5 miles, where we found the body. If you would like to, I'd be more than happy to draw you a map to go out that direction.
May I speak to the prisoners?
You're certainly welcome to try. You probably won't get anywhere, though. So he brings the prisoners out in the cages. They're getting ready to load them on the back of the carts. Have at it.
So Frydak's going to approach the cages, and he's going to talk to them. He's like, "Hello, my name is Frydak. What are your names?"
I am Zatir, and my brother here is Dogarth.
And they said that you murdered some people?
They say we did. We did not. We are not monsters.
Can I do an insight check on them?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jeez. Alright. To the best of your ability, they seem to be telling you the truth.
And
you-
Mouse gonna.
Do you know who did this?
I do not know who did this. I found this brooch on the trail while we were hunting a big boar. We were tracking and I stepped on this. A party sent by the town found us after word of the man's death. When they saw that I had this, they called us killers. They took our
So
bows.
you were never at his farm?
At this point, Adram says, "This didn't happen at the farm. This happened out in the woods." We
Right,
found
but
the
you said that their hair and everything was found at their farm.
no, their hair was found on the body. All this happened out in the woods. This is a woodcutter. He doesn't work on a farm. He was out for a harvest.
This
How do
man
you
is telling the truth. He didn't kill anybody.
Well, if that's the truth, then you're more than welcome to find evidence to support it and take him down to his trial. And if he's truly telling the truth, then we'll set him free and we'll attempt to find the real murderer of this person.
So I'll go back to the bugbears and I'll apologize and say that is it okay if we keep you in the cages for a little bit longer while we try to figure out what actually happened here?
I prefer to not be in cage, but if you are trying to help, I will at least take that help.
How can we tell if the guy from the village is hiding anything from us?
You can make an insight check. 18, that's a pretty good roll. He does not seem to be hiding anything. To the best of his knowledge, he believes that these bugbears are the ones that are responsible for the death.
And you said something about drawing us a map to where the attack happened.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'll be happy to draw you a map to it. Are you taking the prisoners with you, or are you going to leave them here?
I think we should take them with us so they can.
Or we can leave Alina with them. She's not here.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, maybe we can bring one of the bugbears with us, and he could explain or point out where exactly he found the brooch.
So if we take them out of the city, we're much more likely to get attacked.
If
Yeah.
the
Well, if
other
we leave
bugbears
one,
are
so we can leave one in the cart.
I
with
don't
Alina.
fully believe that other bugbears are going to come attack. Because Adram here just called them savages, but they're not savages. When I spoke to them, they weren't they weren't foaming at the mouth or anything like that. They spoke very well.
Have you met a bugbear before?
This is the first time I've ever met a bugbear, but these two that I'm speaking to, they don't fit the description of savages to me. And from what I can tell, he's telling the truth. He did not kill these people.
Yeah, but a bugbear will do whatever it can to get back to its clan, its village. It'll lie if it needs to.
Have you met a bugbear?
Yes, I have. I've killed many.
I think we should keep them with us. And if any other bugbears attack, then I think that because we've shown kindness to these, then they'll help assuage the others from attacking.
Or they'll lead us to a slaughter.
So I suggested leave one. They'd be less inclined to.
I think it might be prudent to bring them both with us.
Like I said, I believe they're in earnest. At this point, I trust them more than I trust Ardrum.
It may even come down to releasing them before we return. And if they truly are innocent and they're being held captive, who knows what these people will do to them?
Well, and Mouse does not trust that judge to be fair at all when he's not even nice to the town guards.
That's also true.
Well, let's not discuss releasing these criminals until
Oh.
they've had a chance to stand trial.
I assumed we were having a private conversation, but
Yeah, Ardrum's still here.
Elena looks at him and says, "Don't you know what a private conversation looks like?"
Well, whenever someone from my town has been slaughtered by one of these creatures, I would like to make sure that
Supposedly.
they're being handled properly.
Allegedly.
Okay, I'm not a bugbear.
No, but you are in charge of making sure that they get safe passage to the judge. And I would like to make sure that they see their day in court.
Do I need to fight you again?
I'm sorry, again?
I guess what he says is true.
I'm thoroughly confused by your line of questioning, but can I trust you all with these prisoners, or do I need to find someone else?
We'll do the right thing.
We'll do the right thing.
Very well. I will send word that you have taken custody of the prisoners.
And we're going to the location to investigate further.
Very well. Alright, so he hands you a hand-drawn map of where the body is and says, "We still have not retrieved the body as of yet. It is an ongoing crime scene, so we haven't moved anything.
How long ago was this?
It had to have been.
It's
It was a week.
It's been about a
Well,
week since this has
Well,
happened.
yeah.
We've wanted to make sure that nothing was disturbed so that we could have an accurate depiction of what happened. So if you do go, please try not to disturb the site as much as possible. And he sends you on your way with the 2 bugbears in chains.
In chains or in cages?
That is up
Or
to you.
both?
Ages.
Okay, so in cages. Alright, so they load them on the back of the cart. And they head you out to the location that the map shows. Outside of game, how are we looking for time, guys? Do we need to call it, or are we okay to push?
It looks like
It sounds like an
working-
encounter's coming up, right?
Well, I mean, some investigation at the very least.
Investigation, yeah. Possibly an encounter, depending on. But
I work in the morning and I'm still battling a headache, so.
So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and call it for tonight, and we'll come back next week. Next week we should have a full party here to make all this work out better, and we'll be able to start on time and possibly go longer. But we have a lot to go through with this. I wasn't sure how far we would make it, but everything's prepped, and we'll tackle it next week.
And
sounds good.